Hello friends, here we are in another garden that I care for, and I have been taking care of this rhododendron that has been sick, and I'm gonna show you what it looks now. It's recovering, not fully, but it's doing way better than it was. So this part of the rhododendron that you see was far too gone. So this part I'm gonna prune, but it was like this throughout the entire plant. So I have been giving them a little bit of iron and azalea food, and then iron as well. This is a powder form that can be mixed in the soil, and then water to let it soak through the roots. And I'm so happy to see that it's coming back. It has made a big difference. I have been treating this plant since February, March, something like that. I started with some azalea and rhododendron food, and the new growth is now coming back much healthier, and I'm so happy about that, because although half of the plant is not going to recover, this is not gonna get this is too far gone. So this part that is coming back is going to be pruned in a way that will make a more round shrub. And of course, we can easily go and buy more rhododendrons, but sometimes there are rhododendrons that have sentimental value, or it is a type of rhododendron that you cannot find. So don't give up on your rhododendron if it's looking a little sad. Just apply some food and iron. You can tell by the leaves when they are looking as such. You can see in between the veins it's yellow. Obviously it needs nutrients, and the azalea and rhododendron food are macronutrients, so they take in the nutrients that they need the most, such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And iron is a micronutrient which they need less, but I have been giving them a few doses. So this is going to be the third dose since March. So just follow the instructions and apply it. Always wear gloves, obviously, when handling fertilizer, and don't let your children get involved with fertilizer or chemicals. I usually prefer to use all natural stuff. I don't like to spray for pests or things like that, unless it is a very mild application. But the best way to deal with pests and diseases is to do pruning, proper pruning, and decongesting, picking leaves that are probably have spots or mildew in order to avoid spreading the problem. But maintenance is the key, and don't let it dry out, because the stress of the plants, when they're stressed out, they cannot fight pests and diseases, just like us. When we get a cold, we're weaker. Our immune system is weaker. So same with the plants. So today I'm gonna apply a little bit of iron right at the base. And may I suggest that you always clean your tools when pruning. When you start a new garden or a new plant, you must sanitize your tool, because you sometimes cannot see the virus or disease in a plant, and then you can easily transfer to the next plant. I use right now I have this peppermint oil hand sanitizer, and I like it because it smells like mint. It's peppermint. I like natural things. And you can always use a waterless hand cleanser. Contains 70% alcohol. So that's what I use. And of course, keep your tools sharp so that you can make clean cuts. So that is a must. You cannot prune with tools that are not functioning properly, because you need to make a clean cut each time. That is to avoid disease working its way through the wood. So there you have it. We have clean tools, and we also have secateurs that are clean. I have used this previously, but now they're clean, and we're gonna use this for smaller stems. So we're gonna prune this rhododendron to remove the most damaged or diseased part, and we're gonna leave this and encourage it to put some more growth by cleaning it, and eventually it should pour more growth into this shrub. For thicker stems, I need to use a saw, and this saw has, in between the teeth, it has a little bit of debris from previous work. So gotta use a brush to remove that, and then apply sanitizer. Gotta use clean tools always. It's a must. I cannot address that enough. So we're gonna give this a little cleanup. So I have removed the far gone half of the rhododendron, and we are left with the more healthy one, the healthiest part. And the reason I'm giving it another dose is because I still see a little bit of symptoms here in the leaves. They're not totally green. Some of them are, but yeah, they can still use a little bit more. Smaller dose. It is better to use smaller doses than recommended, because you can always add more. Now you can see here I trimmed this with a saw. It was excuse me, it was too thick for the loper. But I want to show you here, you can see that this stem is stained, and that's because it has a fungus on top of being anemic. And you can tell because healthy wood should be clear like this white part here, or here you can see better. This part here is white. This is white, and the rest is dark. This is the stain that fungus leave behind. So this is why you have to clean your tools each time, because you can transfer this disease onto another plant if you don't clean your tools. So now this is clean. Now I'm gonna remove some of this debris, and I'm gonna apply the iron and mix it in, and then water. So just to be clear, iron is present in the soil, and the plants cannot absorb it when the soil is compacted. So that's why it's important to cultivate your garden. And rhododendrons and members of the Ericaceae family have fibrous roots, and they're shallow, as you can see. So it's important to not put too much soil or mulch on top, because it will suffocate the roots. They need air circulation. So if you cultivate, that will allow the plants to absorb the micronutrients that they need. And I am not endorsing this particular brand. This is what I found. Maybe tomorrow I'll use a different brand. So that's why I have dug this part here to make it soft, and to also kind of the water will penetrate better. So now I'm gonna get the iron ready. So following the instructions, it says that for woody plants such as this rhododendron to use 45 grams per 10 square meters. I'm more familiar with the metric system, but if you're not, it's 5 tablespoons per 100 square feet. So obviously this is such a small area that I'm going to use a very small amount. So I have this amount. It's probably 1 tablespoon, and I'm gonna spread it evenly around. You can always add more, as I said. You can always add more, but you cannot remove it once it's in. All you can do is leach it as much as you can, but it's always better to do small amounts. There you go. And I'm going to now fork it in a little bit. So I have forked the iron in, and now I'm gonna give it a good drink. So there you have it. We are giving the rhododendron another chance. You can also help it by cleaning the leaves with some water. You can remove bugs, dust, and keep it happy. Bye for now.